Have you ever tried doing something that felt so wrong for you, you wanted to quit every time you started? See, expressing dislike is a form of valuable feedback. It's your inner compass nudging you towards something that aligns more deeply with who you are. Lack of interest isn't a flaw. I hated farm work, and as a result, I am who I am today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lamin Jagana, and I come from a small farming village in a remote part of Africa. Everyone in my family thought I was lazy because I avoided going to the farm at all costs. But truth was, I wasn't lazy. I was misaligned. I hadn't found or discovered what lit me up inside. Then I found school. Mind you, I had never stepped foot in a classroom before. I didn't even know what school was. But something in me knew that that is where I belonged. I grew up working on a farm with my siblings and became the first in my family to receive a formal education. Today, I'll discuss how I overcame becoming a farm boy and found my way to the classroom. I'll also discuss how my parents failed to realize the thing that lit up the fire in me, how someone from a different world saw the potential in me and gave me a chance to extraordinarily change my destiny. When you lack interest in something, it's not a flaw, it's a signal that you haven't found your passion yet because true motivation is often sparked by purpose. When you're engaged in something that resonates with your values, your strengths, or curiosity, you naturally become more focused, energized, and committed. On the other hand, when you are disinterested, it usually reflects a disconnect between the task at hand and your inner drive. This is not lack of ability or ethics. Recognizing this can shift how we view ourselves and others, encouraging exploration rather than judgment. Your inner compass is that deep sense of direction rooted in your values, your passions, and beliefs. Once discovered, it guides your decision with confidence, helps you prioritize what truly matters, and builds your resilience during challenges. You stop chasing external validation and you start living intentionally, making choices that reflect who you are and what you stand for. It's difference between wandering aimless and walking boldly towards meaningful destination. Let me share with you my upbringing at an early age. I was raised in a farming village where subsistence farming was what shaped every aspect of our lives. In our community, wealth was measured by the amount of land one could cultivate, and thus the more you farm, the more richer you are. My father had 33 children, 16 boys and 17 girls. I fell somewhere in the middle of the pack. With so many mouths to feed and fields to tend, my father needed all the hands he could get. Our days were long. Often we head out to the farm before sunrise and return home after sunset. In between, we tend to cattle and we help our mothers milk cows. It's a demanding routine filled with endless chores and responsibilities. I hated it. I would come up with any excuse to stay home with my grandma, pretending to be sick or even stepping on poisonous thorns just to avoid going to the farm. My father and all the siblings despised this resistance. They called me lazy, useless, good for nothing. You name it. They told me. I didn't care. I would accept any label if it meant I could stay behind with grandma. Now that I've shared a brief background of my upbringing, let me share with you how my life took a dramatic turn. My fortune began to shift when a priest called Father Murphy, who was a friend of my father, visited our village and wanted to open an elementary school. He was well respected and had strong ties with the village elders. On his visit, he would bring my parents hand knitted hats from Ireland and other thoughtful gifts. Father Murphy asked my father and other village elders to volunteer their children so they could teach them for free. A few families with smaller farms agreed to send some of their children, but my parents, like many others, refused. Their reasoning was simple: they needed their children on the farm. After persistent urging from Father Murphy, my father finally gave in. His words were, "You can have him, is not good on the farm. And just like that, my journey into formal education began, and with it, I discovered my true passion. Our classroom was simple mud hut with open windows and bamboo chairs. I was always the first to arrive to school each morning. I would sweep the floors, dust up the tables, and wait eagerly for my teachers and classmates to arrive. I worked hard at school. The praise I got from my teacher and some of the great elders helped fuel my motivation and passion for school. That passion led me to finish elementary school, enroll in high school, which opened an opportunity for me to get a scholarship to study in the USA. I never imagined living the lifestyle I'm living in the United States, flying across this vast nation in a company jet, making a difference in so many people's lives. A farm boy from Africa, giving back to my community back home in ways my father never imagined. So let me share with you how my story could be an inspiration for many of you out there. Somewhere out there, another child or individual is being called lazy for not fitting into the mold. There's another parent or supervisor who doesn't see the spark in their child or employee because it doesn't look like what they expected. And somewhere out there, there's another Father Murphy, someone who sees potential where others sees failure. So keep searching for your passion and do not settle for what you dislike. I stand before you today not because I was the strongest or smartest, but because someone gave me a chance. Because someone believed that even a boy who hated farm work and his family members call him lazy might have something valuable to offer the world. According to C.S. Lewis, a British Anglican theologian, hardship often prepares ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. Are you the child waiting to be seen, the parent who is struggling to understand, or a mentor who can change your life with a single act of belief? Thank you.